Hi dear IELTS takers, if you are one of those students who feel confusion and difficulty in attempting IELTS writing task 1 specifically, which is the report writing, in which you are going to write a report by understanding graphs, tables and charts. So if you have confusion in any of these concepts or writing a report, today's video is for you. Okay, well, without wasting a moment more, let's discuss what is meant by a chart. Now, as the definition is evident on your screen, you can focus there as well and listen. A chart is a diagram that makes information easier to understand by showing how two or more sets of data are related. There are two common types of charts, a pie chart and a bar chart. A bar chart is the most common type of charts which you have been dealing with in your matriculation maths problems, theorems. But a pie chart is the one which is in circular form. As you can see on your screen, a pie chart is a circle divided into segments. It is usually used to show percentages. Now the presented pie chart on your screen say British supermarkets market share. Now, there are different segments. Each segment is identified by a different color, and each color is signifying a different entity, and all these entities are given on the side of the graph, and this is known as the key given in order to understand and extract the required information. Now see, each color is referring to a particular area. For example, the pink color representing Iceland, and in this pie chart presenting British supermarkets market share. Now let's move forward and see what else. Now let's move forward and see what is meant by, or what is a graphical representation of a bar chart. See, a bar chart is a diagram that makes information easier to understand by showing how two or more sets of data are related. Now, a bar chart is divided into columns. See, in every graph, there are two axes, x-axis and y-axis. Now, x-axis is the horizontal one and y-axis is the vertical one. If you can see on your screen, on both of the sides, we have different types of information given in this chart. Firstly, the title of this chart is Urban Population Sizes. Similarly, as in the case of pie chart, a key was given. Similar is the case with the graph, bar graph. There is a key given on one side which is telling us that blue color is for London, while purple is for Birmingham, dark purple is for Newcastle, and similarly rest of the colors are for other cities. And on the horizontal line the cities are shown, while on the vertical side population in millions is given, and you can see that London has the highest population, which is quite close to 800,000 almost. So this is the basic difference between these two types of charts, but we can use any of these two to represent our data. Being an IELTS test taker, your task would be to understand and grab all this information presented in the chart, pie chart or a graph. You are going to just extract it and write down a wonderful report covering all the important aspects of the given graphical data. Apart from these two, another category that could come in your exam is line graph. Now, a graph is a diagram, usually a line or curve, which shows how two or more sets of numbers or measurements are related. Now, this is the most common type of graph which you have been observing since your earlier ages. There are different lines. Lines are of different colors and patterns. Each color and pattern is signifying a different entity, and otherwise it has like a heading. The heading says benchmark results, and we have two axes, x and y axis. One information is given on the vertical side, the other half of the information is given on the horizontal side of the line graph. And other thing that could come in your exam is a table which contains an organized form of data. Now, Basically, a table refers to a set of facts and figures arranged in columns and rows. A table is a very useful way of organizing numerical information. Now, if you can see this table, say the heading suggests us that this table is giving us an information about national average abatement costs by sector. Now see, firstly there are sectors given, and then the other information is arranged in a arranged in a tabular form. Now, extracting information from such tables is not a tough task for individuals who have been acquiring education for like more than 12 to 15 years. It is not going to be something tougher for him to identify. Just go through the given columns and find out which information is there, extract the most important points and write them or note them down in your report. Okay, so another important aspect of your IELTS writing task 1, which is a report writing, is of understanding and explaining the given trend. Trend is something which shows you how the things are going on in a particular area for the particular period of time. A trend could be stable, unstable, a trend could be uprising, a trend could also be declining. So there could be different situations, and trend could be different for different graphs, tables, and pie charts. Trends are the changes or movements in facts and figures over a period of time. We can use different verbs and nouns to describe trends. So describing a trend is another skill that you are going to acquire in order to attain maximum bands in your upcoming IELTS exam. So there are, after like understanding the basic aspects, basic graphical representations of the data in your test, second thing is your vocabulary. And we are going to make dedicated video sessions for IELTS writing task vocabulary as well. But for now, an idea about these is given in these words. Like if your graph, chart, or table is showing a downward trend, you are going to use any of these words, including decline, decrease, drop, fall, slide, lose around, crash, collapse, plummet, plunge, take a fall, and weaken. Similarly, if the trend is going upward, if it's showing an upward movement, then you are going to use verbs like climb, rise, increase, surge, rocket or skyrocketed, soar, gain, go through the roof, jump, rally, and strengthen. So these are just few examples. As you know that language is like an ocean. You can never ever say that I have done each and everything, I've learned all of the language. It's not going to be the case. Now see, the third category is of the stable trend. If your trend is going stable, it's going unharmed, then you can use words like flatten out, hold steady, level off, stabilize, bounce back, and recover. For specifying the degree of change, obviously you are going to observe and highlight and analyze different sorts of changes going around in your report, line graph, or pie chart. In order to specify the degree of change, you have to use different adjectives. For example, you can use any of the words given on your screen, including slow, steady, slight, sharp, gradual, disastrous, massive, perilous, rapid, heavy, and nervous. By the end, I sincerely hope that this video is going to help you a lot in understanding the basic structure, basic idea, and the ways of extracting information, and as well as to explain the given trends in by utilizing the specified vocabulary. That was all for the day. See you all in the next video. Thank you so much.